Alright, well, all willing. Let's see if this works. No idea if it will. I do. Will. Yeah, alright. Good enough for me. Post the link. And I'll wait for people to spin up. I did not go with the gay beer. I went with diesel this time. We are going to be streaming we're going to be streaming Iron Chef, OG Iron Chef. God damn it. Yeah, I know. We'll just leave it like that. Okay. And yeah, I realize that Dab Guy is shitting on Combo on his stream, but I promised you an even more boring stream, so here it is. Alright. The rules of the game are simple. Whoops. Let me just do this. There we go. Rules of the game are this. We're watching OG Iron Chef. This episode, I believe, is, right, Season 2, Episode 3. It is the lobster episode. Amazing. And the rules of the game are simple. Okay, when a thing happens, you drink. You can't do shots or you will die. So there's that. So yeah, just take a drink of my Budweiser. I bought some space dust for Angie for later. But I ain't doing that because I ain't getting shit-faced. So yeah. The premise of the show, obviously, if you've never seen it, just to go on about that, is it's a Japanese show, dubbed in English, so you'll be fine. A challenger chef challenges one of the Iron Chefs, and there's 3, sometimes 4 different Iron Chefs. There's Iron Chef Chinese, which is almost always Chen Kenichi. I don't think I've ever seen another one. Iron Chef Italian, his name is Kobe. Then there's Iron Chef Japan. There's been a few of those. You probably know who Morimoto is. But there's a few other ones, like, what's his name? Michiba. There's another one. One of them. And then they unveil a secret ingredient. And this one is lobster. It's in the title. And then, yeah, they have a cook-off. And then they judge the dishes. Anyways, so very simple. Some of these things are going to happen very, very, very often in the episode. If you want to play along, go for it, but you're likely to end up drinking a lot. So, you know. But yeah, if Chairman Kaga says, if memory serves me right, he says that every single episode, every single one. So that's an automatic. That's going to happen. Plus, I'm not like going to be drinking every single time it happens. I'll like keep count and then I'll do chugs, okay? Because it just happens so often. Challenger is accompanied by his or her mentor, one drink. Challenger is not Japanese, which does happen. Challenger is a woman. I mean, you could read all these rules. But just going down the list, things that will happen very much multiple times. Oh yeah, anytime Ota says Fukui-san, that happens like every 15 seconds. So you're just, what are you going to do? You know what I mean? Sorry, there's also some fucking kids playing on the stairs. They're being loud. I don't know if you can hear that or hear me or whatever. I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure I'll see the complaints in the chat. But yeah, there you go. Those are kind of the rules. So I'm just going to kick it off because I don't want to stream for too long. But we'll get back to this. Yeah, you know, that would be interesting. Deathbird. Yeah, that would be interesting. Fuck you, Mantis. Alright. Let's see if... Is this even on, like, mute? No, there we go. Tell me if the sound level's okay and you can hear it and shit.
5 years ago, a man's fantasy became reality. In a form never
Oh yeah,
seen
I flipped
before.
it.
A giant cooking arena, a kitchen stadium.
I guess that's the thing to do if you don't want to get nailed with
whatever,
copyright strike. But sure, you can copyright strike this if you want. That would be in line with chat.
To realize his dream, he first secretly started selecting the top chefs of various styles of cooking. And he named his men the Iron Chefs, the invincible men of culinary skills. Iron Chef Japanese is Masa Haru Morimoto.
I would imagine, because it's lobster, that Sakai is going to be the Iron Chef that the challenger.
Iron Chef Chinese is Chen Kenichi.
Chen Kenichi's my favorite. He's my favorite because he's just super humble and he's super funny and super cool.
Italian. The Kitchen Stadium is the arena where Iron Chefs await the challenges of master chefs from around the world. Both the Iron Chef and Challenger have 1 hour to tackle the theme ingredient of the day. Using all their senses, skills, creativity, they're to prepare artistic dishes never tasted before. And if ever a challenger wins over the Iron Chef, he or she will gain the people's ovation and fame forever. Kitchen Stadium is the arena where you will meet the master chefs from around the world and their artistic creations. What inspiration will today's challenger bring? And how will the Iron Chef fight back? The heat will be on!
If memory serves me right, this kitchen stadium is receiving a lot of attention in the U.S. San Francisco is a renowned gourmet city with many Iron Chef fans.
My status bar in Ursi. Don't mess up.
I have received a letter
means
from
actions.
San Francisco
There are chats in other windows.
Chefs. The letter was from the mayor himself.
I think you'll find his
Willie
skills
Brown,
and his abilities to be
mayor of
greatly
San Francisco.
appreciated.
Wow. So he's foreign then.
Expresses it through his foodstuffs.
Recommended by Mayor Willie Brown.
Yeah, white guy.
This man manipulates ingredients from California to create exquisite French dishes.
Oh yeah, French dish. So it's going to be
His name
Sakai
is
for
already
sure.
very well known, and he is ready and eager to fight an Iron Chef.
I don't know how to flip this.
Today's challenger, the top culinary artist
Maybe I
from
can
the West Coast, Master Chef of
transform.
Charles Restaurant, Ron Seagull.
There we go.
Ron started his career at age 15.
Hell yeah, bro.
After years of hard work, he
Tall boy
graduated
diesels
from a
all
cooking
day.
academy. With luck, he was able to join the kitchens of famous restaurants, such as French Laundry in Napa.
French Laundry. What a
He
great name.
kept developing until he was recognized as one of the top young chefs in America. As a mere 30-year-old, he was scouted as head chef of Charles, one of the most renowned restaurants in
Charles.
San Francisco.
French
His
Laundry and Charles.
California-style
Those are
French
some great
cuisine
restaurant
has
names.
reached perfection. Ron's creations are truly artistic pieces with sensitive use of color, and one finds a perfect harmony of sweetness and saltiness. Today we shall welcome this ambitious man from the West Coast.
And I'm going to be eating a mangosteen. They're not mangosteens. They're the
So
little...
now, Ron, show us
Yeah.
and your followers in San Francisco
Tiny oranges.
what you've got in my kitchen stadium.
And I feel like you picked the right
Look at that
person.
mustache.
I'm gonna bring the
He's
gold
playing
back
baseball.
to the USA.
Well, I guess he's a French chef, right? So that kind of tracks. Oh yeah, let's see. If he bites the pepper, because he always does that. There, he's biting the pepper. No. Oh shit, yeah. So if the Iron Chef chosen is Japanese or French, it's one drink. It's going to be French because the guy's a French chef, so it's going to be Sakai. Right off the top of the bat there, Iron Chef selection, that's going to be 3 drinks. Iron Chef French, I'm guessing it's going to be Sakai. And the ingredient announced, and the ingredient we already know is lobster.
このキッチンスタジアムはアメリカでも注目を集めています。そこで今回は全米で最も料理レベルが高く、しかも鉄人ファンが多いサンフランシスコから市長推薦の料理人を
Used to live in San Francisco way back
世界
when.
最強の食のアーティスト。さあ皆さん大きな拍手でお迎えください。サンフランシスコチャールズシェフロン・シーゲル。
Ron Siegel.
Coming more than 5,000 miles and now the final steps into Kitchen Stadium for the challenger from San Francisco. The city's mayor backs him and thousands of Bay Area viewers will be tuned in pulling for a victory by Ron Siegel. 実際にこのキッチンスタジアムをご覧になった感想いかがですか。大変素晴らしい。それではサンフランシスコでも大人気のうちの鉄人たちを登場させましょう。よみがえるアイアンシェフ。
We all know it's going to be
The
Sakai.
legendary men of the culinary
I mean,
scene in Japan, the Iron Chefs.
Sometimes they throw a curveball in that, like,
Iron Chef French Hiroyuki Sakai,
you know,
and Iron
some
Chef
French chef will pick fucking Iron Chef Chinese or whatever because they're cowards, I'm assuming.
さあ、それでは伺いましょう。誰と戦いますか？ Sakai! Yes, sir. The French cuisine artist from the city by the bay will take on Iron Chef French Hiroyuki Sakai, who's been on a roll, winning his last 6 battles. For his highly refined skills and use of color, Sakai is known as the Delacroix of French cuisine. Today, his winning streak is on the line against a tough challenger from the States, giving him all the incentive he'll need to keep it going. サンフランシスコといえばシーフード。そこで今回はカリフォルニアキュイジーヌの定番食材と言われる大きなハサミを持ったあれにしてみました。それでは発表します。今日のテーマはこれです。
Lobster.
今日のテーマはロブスター。
So they introduce the theme and it's seafood. That's 2.
If memory serves me right, San Francisco Mayor Willie Brown speaks very highly of Ron Siegel.
This man is truly an artist, worthy of being in anybody's Hall of Fame. Dining on his food is like viewing a great Picasso.
All right, 2 artists in French cuisine set to battle it out in Kitchen Stadium with lobster as the theme. The Iron Chef facing the truly original approach of Challenger Siegel, who's come from San Francisco Bay to our stadium on the shores of Tokyo Bay. Settle in, everyone. This is going to be special. Opening gong and, okay, you go first, says the Iron Chef, and Siegel does. And now both men getting up to the ingredient stand, filling their trays with lobster. Iron Chef has been making a splash on American TV recently, and Sakai's developed a following, and surely he's hoping to make a good accounting of himself today in the battle against the American challenger, Ron Siegel. And Hattori? Yeah, lobster today, a good...
The thing about lobster, historically, sorry, side quest here. Historically, this is shit you probably know, but just in case, you know, historically, lobster was just like trash food. That's just literally what the fishermen would eat when they were trying out catching cod or whatever. But the thing about lobster is that you have to, I guess like any seafood really, it's not something that, it went bad fast, okay? And so it became like this thing where like, if you could get lobster to, I don't fucking know, I'm picking a city out of a hat. I don't know. Fuck, dude. Something east of Kansas City, but west of fucking Pittsburgh, okay? If you could get lobster there fast, that meant that you were wealthy enough to have it, like, delivered fast, right? So it became slowly over time this, like, sort of status symbol. And that's why now lobster is considered a fancy kind of food, even though, like, I mean, have you ever fucking had lobster? It's just, I mean, I like it, don't get me wrong, but it's like shrimp. It's just like, whatever. You know, it's whatever food, right? So anyways, but it is like obviously like a fancy, expensive food. It doesn't have to be. It's sort of like diamonds with the De Beers fucking, what do you call that, Monopoly or whatever. But the thing about cooking with lobster is that it's like, for it to be the central ingredient, the theme ingredient, means that it has to be like the rules specifically state that it has to be somehow involved with every single dish. But typically what they do is they try to make each dish sort of like exemplify what the main ingredient means in cuisine, which is difficult with lobster because lobster doesn't really have its own flavor. I mean, it does, but it doesn't. It's just kind of like a vehicle for other things like sauces and shit, which is, I guess, why it's so popular in French cuisine, because French cuisine is, if you didn't know, super, super, super about sauces. Like, if you want to do anything with sauces, you're going to want to go to French cuisine because they've just mastered out sauces. So I'm assuming 2 French chefs here cooking with lobster, there's going to be a lot of sauces. But, you know, like I would struggle, you know, like myself, I would struggle to make lobster the theme ingredient of like, probably even one dish, let alone like 4 or 5 or however many dishes they're going to cook. So it'll be interesting to see, because I've seen all these before, but I just don't remember. It's been years and years. I love it, obviously, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they do this.
Theme ingredient for the challenger from the Bay Area.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. It's something he probably uses every day, so it should be a good one.
All right, now Siegel is already back.
Yeah, prison food. Exactly,
I
man.
talked to Ron about today's ingredient, and he said lobster is extremely popular in California. I'm very familiar with its uses. For me, it's almost like a pet. He was very confident.
Well, as long as he doesn't cook the other pets, I guess it's okay. And now dumping his pets into boiling hot water, maybe the pets would take issue with that. Now,
he's cutting off the heads now, you'll notice here.
The Iron Chef is, yes, and some of them are still squirming. The tails here.
Now, he's sticking skewers to it, you'll notice. And I think what he'll do is he'll be boiling them like this, and that'll maintain its straight shape after boiling.
All right.
So, oh yeah, he's about to say Fukui-san. I just heard the so that's going to be a drink. But, so the guy that was just talking, his name is Doc, or Dr. fucking some shit. But he's like the one person on the commentator thing that's like an actual like Japanese. He's like a long-time Japanese food scientist kind of guy. He just fucking knows everything. So let's read the rules for the battle. So bang the gong, we are on. He did not do that. Flames come out of whatever's on the stove. That could happen. Fukui-san is the one that's really going to get us here, because he says that all the time. If Ota corrects Fukui-san, which does occasionally happen, that's 2 drinks, which, you know, it might. Anytime a replay is shown, might happen. Anytime the time is shown. Okay, Ted. My fucking cat. Anytime Doc recognizes some random style of cooking, could happen. Anytime Doc seems baffled by what the chef is doing, which does occasionally happen. I don't know if you can hear that. My cat is going ape shit in a grocery bag. If someone says something is rather unusual, which does happen, each time the ice cream machine or deep fryer is shown. We'll see. If either chef uses okay, alright, or my best during post-battle interview, 1 drink for each occurrence. That happens a lot. So, anyways, I just wanted to go over the rules for myself, just so I keep that in mind. He's about to say Fukui-san, though. That's fair, man. You're going to get drunk then.
Fukui-san?
Yes, okay.
There you go,
The
Fukui-san.
Iron Chef, commenting on today's ingredient, said lobster again? Why me? I've lost 2 of the past lobster battles. He seemed a little concerned.
Hey, don't say that on the air, eh?
Okay. Well, maybe the 3rd time will be a charm for him. You never know.
I'm not letting it happen again.
There you go. All right, now let's introduce our guests. First,
Dr. Hattori,
first time to be here, actress Aiko Morishita. Thanks for coming.
A pleasure to be here.
First time, tell us, what's your impression of Kitchen Stadium here? What do you think?
This is really intimidating.
Sure is.
Just to be here.
Now, you like lobster?
Yes,
Have you cooked it yourself?
I got it as a gift once, and
Okay, and?
but I don't remember how I cooked it.
All right, well, we won't press you too much on that.
My
Good to
pleasure
have
to
you.
be here.
And we've also got musician Kazuhiko Kato.
Look at that dude.
Nice to have you. Kato-san, what's up the headgear?
Well, this is a nightcap.
All right, for the lobster battle, huh?
Lobster hat.
Oh, okay, just kidding. You were here for the prawn battle some time ago. That's right?
Right.
And today it is lobster, you lucky guy. When you think of lobster, what kinds of lobster dishes do you enjoy?
Well, I like lobster sashimi, actually.
Raw? What about that, Doc? Is that a possibility today?
Usually go with
No,
something
that
like
is
that.
one way of enjoying the sweetness of the meat, so yeah, we could see that happen.
All right, well, thanks for coming.
My pleasure.
Okay, now look at the Iron Chef here. This is a regular lobster, not Omar lobster.
Wow.
Eh?
Yeah, he's maybe going to blend them.
Fukuisan?
We've got two
Fukuisan.
types. Yes, Ota.
Both types?
Iron Chef Sakai tells me that the reason why he's also using regular lobster is that it adds extra body.
Okie doke.
Okay, well, the two are slightly different in sweetness levels.
All right, blending his choice here.
And Fukuisan?
Yes.
About today's challenger, the Iron Chef says with a smile, he's endorsed by the mayor of San Francisco, huh? Big deal. I've got the governor of Tokyo and other VIPs as customers too, you know.
All right, Ron Siegel does have Mayor Willie Brown in his corner, but frankly, both politicians have had pretty miserable years, the governor of Tokyo and the mayor of San Francisco. As we check in here.
Fukuisan?
Yes.
The challenger has now pulled some of the lobster from the boiling pot and is now frying it in a pan with pepper and olive oil, as you can see here.
First boiling, then frying? Why? Can't you just fry them right away?
Well, sometimes that can work against you, but you know, he probably wanted a nice red color to it, and that's why he's doing it. Because if you fry it right away, sometimes the color fades a little bit.
Ah, didn't know that.
Yeah, but on the other hand, the Iron Chef is preparing a lobster. I think this is for his American sauce or bisque or something.
All right, Iron Chef Sakai, now we get an up-close look at that one. The lobster battle, we're in the early stages. 15 minutes gone, the first quarter
They
history
mentioned
of
the
the
time, that's a
challenger.
drink.
Now let's get back to his side. And here in the frying pan, what's he got?
I wonder what this is. What are these?
And
garlic.
Fukuisan, like an early year.
Garlic.
Yes.
There
These
you
are
go.
potato slices.
Ah, potatoes. Okay, some
okay.
small fry there.
Potatoes.
And
Garnish,
Fukuisan,
maybe.
Oh,
Yes.
Jesus.
I watched as the Iron Chef brought out lots of matsutake mushrooms. When I asked him about them, he said his theme today was matsutake, autumn, and lobster. He said, my dishes today will be something to look forward to. That's an understatement. He's using 20 domestic matsutake mushrooms,
Look at those
a total
penis
price of
mushrooms.
which comes to $1,500.
Oh my, incredible. We spare no expense in Kitchen Stadium. Now let's check in on Ron Siegel. He's scrambling around a bit, a little unusual. We've been told in the kitchen he is known as the Iceman for being very much under
Fukuisan?
control. Yes.
As his nickname Iceman suggests, the challenger doesn't talk much in the kitchen, but today he's rushing around right and left, barking out orders in the only Japanese that he knows. Doke, which means get out of my way, and isoge, which means move it.
All right, the rough and tumble kind of talk, the words being used on their own.
Yeah, it is kind of roughneck terminology, depending on how you say it. You know, whoever taught them to him is going to have to be held accountable if he offends someone.
Fukuisan?
Yes.
Yeah, here's an update on what the Iron Chef is up to. This
Okay.
is a mixture of a combination of steamed lobster, scampi prawns, eggs, and spinach, which were all
Wow.
blended in the food processor. He has also added minced truffles, mustard, and fresh cream to that.
Okay, got it. Interesting combo there. Lobster and prawn. And we see Sakai seems to be moving a
And
lot quicker.
Fukuisan,
Yes, so
sorry to interrupt again. I asked the Iron Chef why he's mixing different kinds of lobster and prawns, and he said, well, the lobster provides body and the scampi prawns add more sweetness. I'm doing it the right way, he said.
All right, big fella. And the Iron Chef's formula and reasoning there.
Okay, now look at that load of butter.
Oh,
my.
it's just unreal.
This is almost like challenging the health consciousness of California cuisine.
There goes the diet.
Did he put rosemary and some other herbs underneath there?
Yeah, a lot of types.
I think, yes, we got that.
And then butter on top of them.
Checking it out up close now.
I was going to melt them down. Okay.
Yeah, he's going to have to...
Fukuisan.
Not much of it, sure.
Yes.
In this pot that we're looking at right now, the challenger has hand-crushed garlic, thyme, and loads of butter. Ron told me that crushing garlic with his hands is a trademark style of his.
Crushing it by hands. Can we get a shot of that?
Boy, he'd have to have some kind of grip to crush
Boy,
garlic by
yeah,
hand.
he
that'd
used his
be
hands
fun
to
to
crush
watch.
garlic.
All right, now the Iron Chef spooning the paste he had earlier.
Yeah, this is the mousse he was working on before, I believe.
All right.
Looks like he's putting them on
this looks
truffles.
good.
Onto a truffle platform here.
Maybe he's going to steam them, perhaps.
All right, steaming, possibly boiling. We'll have to wait and see what Sakai does. now the Iron Chef spooning the paste he had earlier.
Yeah, this is the mousse he was working on before, I think.
That looks good.
Yeah, he's putting them on the truffles.
All right, onto a truffle platform here.
Maybe plans to steam them, perhaps.
Steaming or possibly boiling. Okay, we'll just have to wait and see what Sakai does.
Fukusan?
Take it.
Yeah, I had a chance to talk to Ron's supporters up in the Royal Box, and they said Ron is usually a cool and in-control kind of guy,
Right.
but today he's hot. He's on fire. It's the first time they've ever seen him this psyched.
All right, so the Iceman does melteth a bit, battling in Kitchen Stadium. That'll do it to even the coolest of chefs. And up there in the Royal Box on Ron's side, you see Taka Kawai lending moral support for Siegel in this battle.
Yeah, he was on this show once.
Right, about 3 years ago against Sakai, he lost the Dover battle. At that time, he was the head chef of the Pan Pacific Hotel in San Francisco. Currently now, heading the kitchen of the Pan Pacific's Hotel in Yokohama. Now we check in on the challenger's side. Colorful, tasty looking, the lobster right here. Look at that.
Okay, dipping them in butter.
Yeah, he's dipping them in butter. This is an interesting technique.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. Usually what you do is you pour it as a sauce later, but he's going to leave it like this and take them out later, I think.
Of a lobster confit and butter version.
A confit, yeah, you could say that, sure.
All right.
Fukusan?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm watching the challenger's movements once again, and you've got to give him credit. He's trying very hard while struggling with the language barrier.
Right.
He's given nicknames to two of his assistants, Teddy and Cats, to communicate with them easier. But, I haven't quite figured out which is which yet.
All right, well, watch out. One's a pet.
Bear and a cat.
All right, now the pasta machine is out.
I need one of those.
Right there, Ron Siegel.
Wow.
Okay, the pasta machine, yeah.
There, matsutake mushroom slices,
got
huge
them there.
right there. And lobster, I believe, in there. Is it already cooked?
I don't think, this looks very difficult to cook, whatever the next step is.
And check it out. I can see truffles right there.
Yeah, eating this could be difficult as well.
Fukusan.
Yes.
Yeah, about the lobster being sandwiched in between the matsutake mushroom slices, it's lobster which has been steamed and then dressed with olive oil, butter, and flour before being used here.
Oh, wow, delectable looking too. And the Iron Chef now, perhaps he will wrap these. 30 minutes gone now.
Okay, now he's
That's
going to
2
cook
drinks.
them a little further after wrapping them, I believe.
Okay, the Iron Chef. And in case you joined us late, our challenger today from San Francisco, Ron Siegel, and Mayor Willie Brown is his biggest cheerleader. A lot of interest in the Bay Area in this battle between Siegel and Iron Chef Sakai. Our program has legions of die-hard fans on the West Coast.
Yeah, I talked to some people on the West Coast about the show, and a lot of people enjoy it, and some even know it by the Japanese title, Rari no Tetsuji.
They sure do. We have
Fukusan.
a devoted following there. Yes, Ota.
An update on what the challenger is doing. This pasta is made from flour, egg, salt, and milk. He has rolled it flat, lengthening it, and is now adding a paste of minced boiled lobster, salt, pepper, giblets, basil, Italian parsley, estragon, etc.
Wow, and preliminary indications, lobster ravioli there, and now the Iron Chef with the semi-wrapped job on his matsutake mushroom lobster combo here.
Now, I think he'll be frying these.
Frying?
Yeah, after wrapping them, of course.
And then a sauce after.
I believe so, yeah.
Because these ingredients here are somewhat subtle in flavor.
Sure,
So
right.
they would need a little assist.
All right, this is just mushrooms and lobster so far, right?
So
Right,
far,
exactly,
but nothing
yeah.
wrong with that.
No, looks good.
Fukusan.
Yes.
Yeah, one of the challenger's assistants says that Ron is using an incredible amount of herbs today, perhaps
Don't
3 to
jump.
5 times more than usual. That comment from Teddy, the one with the glasses.
Okay. All right, now
Okay.
we got them identified. Teddy's the one with
This
the
is my
glasses,
fat
Cat's
ass
behind
cat.
him, and they say Teddy says a lot of herbs being used by Ron.
Yeah, I think what he wants is a strong aroma. It's his style of flavoring. And the Iron Chef is making a sabayon sauce here.
Yes.
In the Iron Chef's bowl, he has
a
a
big
mixture
fat
of
boy.
Sauterne wine, egg yolks, consomme, and curry powder.
All right, thanks, Ota.
Okay, well, curry powder seems to be the key to that
Oh,
there.
it sounds good.
Yeah. Sauterne is a wine. It's a sweet wine from Bordeaux.
All right, so the Iron Chef getting into the wine already.
Yeah.
Fukusan,
Yes.
did you see the dark liquid
Okay, I
the
gotta catch
challenger
up on
has
these
over
drinks.
here?
Yes.
Yeah, this is port wine with figs.
Port wine right there, now being brought to a boil.
Okay, so a dessert probably then.
I'm looking forward to that dessert.
All right, now here's some of the reporters from the Bay Area covering this battle, and we're giving the photographers a chance right now to get some photos. The San Jose Mercury is among the newspapers that have dispatched reporters all the way to Japan to cover this battle. In fact,
Ugh.
this story's getting quite a lot of media attention from back in the Bay Area. Ron
Beer and
Siegel
milk
on the
do
Iron
not
Chef.
really mix,
Fukusan?
but
What's the challenger up to here?
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, when I mentioned to Iron Chef Sakai that he now has a big following in the States, he said, "Hey, that's great. It's great to have so many people watching my style of cooking." Then he said, "How do you do in English?"
All right, but the Iron Chef right here looking a little tense, nearing the home stretch.
I want to know what the challenger's up to here. Ota, is this Rita Vo?
Yes, Hattori-san, this is Rita Vo.
Okay, thanks. Got it.
That's the part around the throat?
Yeah, it's called sweetbread, and as they grow older, it disappears.
Okay, and right there, coated with flour, tossed into the frying pan?
Yeah, this has a nice, delicate taste.
All right.
Yeah, everything
That is being worked on.
20 minutes to go.
20 minutes left now, Iron Chef's side. Here's
Everything
a heavy-duty looking dish, and the
has
sauce
gotta be
being
delicate.
poured out of the pot
'Cause
looks
lobster-
rather thick there.
Yeah,
Squeeze
for
on.
sure.
Yes.
This soup or sauce, which is being used by the Iron Chef, is salad oil, garlic, Omar lobster heads, regular lobster, whole tomatoes, some
Wow.
liqueur, saffron, consomme, and fresh cream. This has been simmering for a while.
Okay, so he blended different kinds
What
of
the
lobsters
fuck
in
is
this
bilk,
dish as
CJ?
well. Now Ron Siegel's side.
I'm assuming
Something
beer
very
and
similar
milk.
going on here.
Sure, a similar deal going down here, but you know, we can see that he's using far more herbs in his preparation.
Yeah, and that could be the key to the outcome. And I also noticed some rubber bands, I think.
Just a hint of rubber.
Could be chewy. Now, still with the challenger, what? What do we have?
Eggshells.
Well, yes, I could see, but what the heck is going on with these?
Fukuyi-san?
Yes.
When I asked Ron about this paper egg carton, he said he was soaking it in water to prevent it from catching fire in the oven. When I tried to find out what he needed it for, he simply said, it's a secret.
All right.
Vilk
we'll just have to wait and find out
is
what
what
it's
I would
all
make
about.
if I had
Iron
bilk.
Chef is what?
And
Vomit
Fukuyi-san?
and
Yes, go ahead.
Talking about
No.
this item being prepared here on your screen, this is steamed abalone in the bottom of the cups, along with butter, spinach, and fresh cream, which have all been cooked together. On top of that, he has poured the sauce, which he was straining out of
abalone
the pot
is
a minute ago.
All right, so the lobster's in the sauce here.
Okay,
hella-
looks like a egg custard.
hard to come by.
And steamed at the bottom, abalone. Oh, my.
Now the question is here, will
What's
he
up,
steam
Big
it
Cheese?
or grill it? Now usually these are steamed, but it's kind of hard to tell right now.
Has he used lobster in this?
Yeah, I think I saw some in there.
Really?
All right, now getting back to the challenger
Squeeze on.
and the eggshells. Tell us.
Here's the list of what the challenger has in these eggshells. Fondue au mar, or lobster broth,
right.
milk, fresh cream, eggs, salt and pepper, all mixed together and strained.
Fondue also?
That's right.
Okay, so this
Correction, it's fondue au mar, not veal.
Okay, fondue au mar, lobster broth. But does he have any chunks of lobster meat in this one here?
No, I don't think he does.
All right.
You're gonna have to figure that one out.
So in this, he does not have any...
Correction, it's fondue au mar, not veal.
Okay, fondue au mar, lobster
Same,
broth, but
Demogorgon.
still he doesn't have any chunks of lobster meat in this one.
No, I don't think so.
All right.
Now the Iron Chef is creating something that looks like ravioli.
Oh, yes.
Similar again.
Yes.
The Iron Chef is taking wonton noodle skins and stuffing them with minced onions, lobster meat, salt and pepper, and exo Chinese sauce. That's what he's using to stuff these wontons.
All right, I'm going to take a guess here. Maybe wonton for a soup.
I think you're probably right, yeah.
Turning Chinese, Sakai is. Now back on Siegel's side, starting to get to completion, and a nice presentation here on this one.
Is this the item you used a lot of butter in?
Yeah, right.
Oh, it was swimming in hot butter. Hot buttered bulb of lobster
Squeeze
right
on.
there, yes.
I asked the challenger why he's using a lot of herbs in his dishes, and he said the vegetables he was provided with aren't quite as aromatic as he's like, so he's doctoring them up a little, not with just herbs, but also other ingredients as well.
Okay, interesting move there.
All right, I can see where he's coming from.
And now here, this...
What is this?
Whoa.
Maybe that mousse-like thing. And Fukuyi-san,
Into the oven. Go ahead, Ota.
yeah, sorry to interrupt. The creamy white sauce the Iron Chef just added to this dish into the cups is the Sauterne-based sauce with the egg yolks, consomme, curry powder, and fresh cream.
Okay, Savaillon.
All right, thanks for the confirmation. And where's this one going to go? It's already in there? Already in the salamander oven?
Is that enough to harden it, though?
I actually don't think it will harden.
So he just wants a slightly charred surface here?
That's what I'm guessing. But does that mean he's done already?
All right, now back to the challenger, the filled eggshells, and some instructions there.
I don't care.
Actually barking those instructions, and now a taste test of one of the eggs, throws it away too, and he is really stepping up the pace.
Yeah, he's dipped it into the hot water first,
Yeah.
and then into the oven again.
And one was thrown away.
But just one, right? So you probably made more than enough. But don't throw them away. I'm not on the tasting panel. Save me one. Come on.
All right.
Okay, the Iron Chef is finished
The
now.
one with the matsutake mushrooms and lobster.
Looks like he's wrapping
Not
it
as
up.
time, and he said
Wonderful aroma. We
Fukuyi-san
can smell
like
it over
fucking
here, too.
2 or 3
Okay, now if
times.
we can check out the color of the Challenger salad over here. This is, man, that's good stuff.
Outstanding. And remember, Mayor Brown did call him a Picasso.
So a basil sauce, perhaps.
Fukuyi-san?
Take it.
This green sauce the challenger is using is made from olive oil and basil, which were blended and strained.
Okay, and in line with Sakai's approach.
Yeah, now let's check out the Iron Chef then. See this? He's got a yellow sauce happening
Oh,
here.
yes, he does too.
Fukuisan.
Yes.
On the other side, the Iron Chef has a yellow sauce, which you just saw, which is made from boiled carrots and garlic.
Yeah.
Oh, and he also added orange juice to it.
Orange juice.
That's
Told
what
you, I
that
told you.
color.
It's just
From
like
carrots and
every
orange juice.
15
Yeah, well,
seconds,
it
he's like,
sounds very
Fukuisan.
much California-like, doesn't it?
Kind of a reverse situation here.
Each taking a page from the other, and maybe Sakai wanting to demonstrate that he can make a dish worthy of California cuisine. And right here, the steamed lobster, right? The one
Right,
With
yeah,
the
this
sauce
is-
being poured over it?
Exactly.
Fukuisan.
Okay, yes. So
Yeah, this is the sauce
All right,
we
I
talked
gotta
about
grab
earlier,
another
made
beer.
from garlic, Omar lobster heads, lobster meat, whole
But I
tomatoes,
told you, a
spices,
shitload of
liqueur,
sauce.
saffron, consomme, fresh cream, to which he has
Shitload of
also added
sauces.
morel mushrooms, exo sauce, and olive oil.
wow.
Okay.
Sauce looks awesome.
Yeah, I gotta agree with that. Look at that.
Yes, I think so.
And now swinging back to the challenger.
Boy, this guy really is an artist, isn't he?
I like his use of leaves here.
Yeah, very creative.
Very much so.
It's hard to believe he's never been out of the States.
Huh?
Well, that's a little harsh to say. I mean, he comes from a restaurant, one of the top ones on the West Coast, so the guy's got a lot of international experience.
That's true. That's true.
All right.
Fukuisan.
Yes, Ota.
Yeah, do you see the red sauce the challenger has? This one here?
Yes.
As I reported earlier, this was made from boiling figs in port wine. He took the figs out, replaced them with butter, and boiled it further to get it to this stage.
Oh, okay, so it's not a dessert after all then.
No, I guess not.
Okay,
It's
sorry,
not
I
a
missed that one.
dessert?
No, I guess not.
But we don't get a dessert?
The figs look good, though.
Well, sorry, Maurice-san.
I was really looking forward to dessert.
Well, okay, I'll go pick up the figs for you later.
Fukuisan.
All right. Yes, Ota.
Continuing on the challenger side with
They
the
really
dish
did
with
that girl
the,
dirty,
artichokes
man. They made her
and
sound
pork wine sauce.
stupid as
On
fuck.
top he has garlic, shimeji mushrooms, namiko mushrooms, as well as other types, thyme, veal broth, all sauteed together, and just waiting for the lobster topping.
All right, well, the lobster's already gone on top now.
Okay, I just noticed that the challenger prepared his lobster and he kind of it all rounded up without piercing a skewer through it. So,
It's on purpose.
yeah.
On purpose?
Yeah, he's doing his calculations here.
Fukuisan.
Yes, Ota.
I told Iron Chef Sakai that he looks very serious today, to which he replied, hey, we've got a lot of people in the U.S. watching, right? I've got to save face as the Iron Chef, and more importantly, I can't lose a lobster battle 3 times in a row.
All right, he's up broken a serious sweat, and here's the lobster sauce dish with abalone out of the oven.
Oh, look at the ravioli here.
Challenger side here.
It looks delicious.
And we've seen today a highly skilled chef.
Fukuisan,
Go ahead.
I'm told that this sauce underneath is the juice of strained corn. Back to you.
Oh boy, here we go.
Strained corn.
Now this is the one he was preparing a minute ago, so
I did not know that.
California cuisine, you could say.
Wow, Doc, you'd have to say he's quite a formidable chef here, Ron Siegel.
Oh yeah, that's an understatement, boy.
Very artistic, very well trained.
I need to
And
state
check it out,
unequivocally,
right here, sizzling. It's
I am not a weeb. I'm not. I just lived in Hawaii for fucking over 10 years. All my friends were Jap or half Jap. And for some reason, my Twitter feed is all like fist fights, combat footage, and computer shit, and Japanese people talking about food for some reason. But I am not a weeb.
in the pan.
Okay, I see. Yeah, that was Rita Vo, and this is foie gras, I believe.
Kind of unusual to char to this degree.
Yeah, well, he wants a surface crispy.
Almost charred.
That's why he chose a thick one, probably.
Exactly, right, exactly.
All right, a minute left, the final 60 seconds. Challenger Ron Siegel right there shouting some kind of instructions to his assistant Teddy there. Less than a minute to go in the battle. The challenger from San Francisco, many reporters on the scene from the Bay Area to report on the outcome. Mayor Willie Brown waiting to hear how his homeboy fares. Will it be good news, a victory over Iron Chef Sakai, or will Sakai finally break through and win in his third go-around with lobsters, the theme ingredient? He's had to go all out today.
Okay, the challenger has made a bisque here, I see.
This one?
Yeah, it's a bisque.
This one?
Yeah, it
Okay.
has scallops and truffles in it.
Now the Iron Chef looks to be done, going for the wine, always a good sign with Sakai. Ron Siegel going over everything one last time here. He didn't come all the way just to have a good time. He has come to win. The Iron Chef knows what it's all about. He's really let loose today, so Siegel has been through a grueling workout, and that's it. The cooking's done. The lobster battle is over. No
All
more.
right. Let's take a look at the rules, Mantis. I hope you're get your drink ready. So during the judgment, so we're not there yet. The battle's over, but we'll just review those rules. If the challenger has more dishes than Iron Chef, I think they have the same. But anyways, if there are only 3 judges, oh shit, that's interesting. There might be. If a judge says a dish is outstanding or the best I've ever had, I think there's actually going to be 4 judges because there's 3 people along with Dr. Hattori, but they always usually include this one old lady on the panel. Doc Hattori is never on the judging panel. So there's probably going to be 4 judges. That's my guess. If a judge says this is outstanding or best ever, I already read that one. If a judge flat out says I don't like it, which does occur, so be prepared to fucking chug if that happens. Whoops. This one.
Your hour in the kitchen stadium. How did it go?
They're not that advanced, Mantis. You're just not enough of an Iron Chef fan.
We did what we could. This goes fast. Camera's like standing right next to you.
カメラがちょっとね横動いて非常に邪魔に感じたところがございましたけれども
So you think you can beat him?
I don't know. I haven't seen what he
はっき
did,
り
so
わかんない
I think we did
鉄人
pretty
が
good.
何を作ったのか全然見てなかったので
I think we're right
で
there.
も多分大丈夫だと
Your third lobster battle.
Third time, yeah. Yeah, if something happens twice, could be a third time. I don't really agree with that saying, but, you know, today's tasters, many of them like thick sauces and strong flavors. I kept that in mind,
But you are confident, right?
I did all right.
Then give it to me straight.
Yeah.
Who wins?
I want to win and go to San Francisco.
Challenger Ron Siegel is offering 5 dishes.
He said all right, all right.
Royale with burdock resembling
So that's
the
one
antenna
turn.
of the lobster. He used lobster broth as a base flavor with an accent from the saltiness of caviar. Second, lobster cream soup, also incorporating lobster broth. Scallops are elegantly presented, wrapped in the aroma of black truffles. Third, California salad with a layer of tomatoes and avocados, a healthy dish reflecting California cuisine. Basil oil heightens the flavor of the lobster. Lobster ravioli corn sauce. He used 5 different herbs, putting crispy riz de veau on top. The natural sweetness of the corn sauce is the platform for this experience. Last, lobster and foie gras with fig sauce. The lobster meat.
To be fair, Mantis, I might barf, but it's just because I chugged so much milk earlier, and now I'm chugging beer.
Is a perfect match. Iron Chef Sakai has 4 dishes. First, seafood gratin soup. He added a special wonton flavored with XO sauce in the soup. For extra body, he blended different kinds of lobster. The result, a complex taste controlled with precision. Second, lobster and matsutake combo, a truly exquisite dish with lobster and truffles sandwiched by sliced mushrooms. The flavors and aroma of all the ingredients accentuate the Omar lobster. Lobster mousse with
That's
truffles.
right, though.
The Iron Chef used scampi prawns to add more sweetness to the dish.
Just the milk
And
was
mousse
so good
wrapped
and
with
so
sliced
cold, I just
truffles
couldn't stop
takes to
chugging it.
new heights the taste the panel will experience. Last, Japanese flavor lobster salad, a refreshing dish incorporating orange juice in the dressing. And the sweetness of turnips agrees completely with lobster meat, making for a pleasant finish to the meal. All the way across the Pacific Ocean from San Francisco's Charles Restaurant comes today's challenger, Ron Siegel. The French cuisine artist opts to take on the Delacroix of French cuisine Iron Chef French Hiroyuki Sakai. For this trans-Pacific battle in Kitchen Stadium, Chairman Kaga unveils lobster as the theme, a slight edge to the challenger. And challenger Siegel shows his stuff with a spectacular set of 5 dishes. The Iron Chef, with 2 previous defeats with lobster, fights back with...
So Challenger has one more dish than the Iron Chef. That's a drink.
And now the moment of tasting and judgment. On the
Okay,
panel
4. I
today
told
are
you, there's 3 panel
photographer
members and then that
Tenmei
old
Kano,
lady.
actress Aiko Morishita, musician Kazuhiko Kato, and fortune teller Kazuko Hosoki. First, the dishes of Challenger Siegel.
To me, the presentation looks Japanese, even though this is his first time in Japan. I'm amazed. I like the way he cut this, the jagged edge.
When I first put it in my mouth, I thought, oh, this is just ordinary. But as I kept eating more, I started to realize this is so delicate, and the saltiness is perfect as well. It doesn't have any trace of a fishy smell. Wonderful.
For instance, if I were in Kyoto at a top Japanese restaurant and this was served, I wouldn't be surprised at all. This is very high class.
Very good.
There's no unpleasant smell to this. Usually, Omar's soup is a bit smelly. His soup doesn't have that fishy smell at all. Very sophisticated, I think.
This is a very light, how to say, bisque for the 21st century. Normally, you mince the whole lobster for making this, but this one, he picked out the best portions of lobster only. I like this very much.
This dish is the
Iron
ultimate
Chefs, AJ.
of ultimates. I would never have imagined
The original, not the bastard American version.
Avocados and lobster go so well
Bobby Flay is a
together.
fucking piece of shit and a faggot.
Very good. Very skilled. I mean, in the kitchen, his movements were almost wild to me. But he never forgot to calculate. He knows where to stop to control the flavor.
This is very good. Really good. Honestly, before the battle, I wasn't expecting much from him. This is good.
I have to apologize, but I wasn't expecting very much.
Morishita-san.
I'm sorry. This is really good.
I'm completely satisfied. I thoroughly enjoyed lobster as the main ingredient. I've always believed that we Japanese have the best taste buds in the world, but his dishes today have taught me a lesson. I've changed my mind. This has been an eye-opener.
Faggot
Yes,
Slay.
he's quite good.
And now the dishes of Iron Chef Sakai.
The meat of the lobster raw is quite subtle. So I prepared them in pure French style, using thicker sauces. I tried to combine the vegetables, the ones that I often use.
It's interesting that they prepared similar dishes, a bisque confrontation. But the approaches are very different. Sakai-san's bisque, how to say, is like the lobsters swimming in the bowl.
The challenger's bisque was very simple. He made us perceive lobster in his soup. But this one, Iron Chef used that as a base, trying to entertain us with other ingredients as well. It's hard to say which is better. This is a matter of personal preference.
I tried to add the aroma of the lobster in the sauce.
We've been eating one French dish after another, but this time he gave us a Japanese flavor, and I feel satisfied with it. It's very good.
The truffles are a little too strong. We know the flavor of matsutake in our mind, but in our mouth, I'm not enjoying the matsutake as much as he planned. But you could say this is a gorgeous dish presented by an Iron Chef.
The Iron Chef prepares servings of his lobster meat with truffles.
Very dynamic, very visually appealing. It's saying to me, eat it, it'll taste fantastic.
Honestly, this is the 8th lobster dish, and my tongue is a bit tired. But this is so good. I think this is great. This is wonderful.
To be honest, I'm getting rather full, but I just can't
Put the
stop
fork
eating
down,
this.
fatty.
This is not really subtle in any way. I see loads of truffles and morel as well. All kinds of things are in here. Very colorful. At first, you think this may not be controlled right, but it is very well controlled, well orchestrated.
All of the dishes were very good, using an expensive ingredient cooked by top chefs. The challenger from the US was quite a caliber too. The Iron Chef is usually good at matching the ingredient to his own style, creating his own world. But today I think he sort of experimented with the ingredient. That's my impression.
The verdict is moments away. Which side of the Pacific will be celebrating?
Alright, Iron Chef wins, it's 1 drink. Challenger wins, it's 2. If they show the score, that's 2 more.
素晴らしい作品を完成させた今日の挑戦者。その料理を味わって、いつかゴールデンゲートブリッジの見える場所に このキッチンスタジアムを映したい、そういう夢が芽生えました。それでは発表します。
Today in Kitchen Stadium, what a battle! The leading French cuisine artist from the Golden Gate City, more than 5,000 miles from home, the ultimate road warrior. Challenger Siegel, a high-powered display of his culinary artistry, locked in a lobster battle with Iron Chef French Sakai. Both drew raves, but only one can draw the win. Does Sakai keep his streak alive? Who takes it? Whose cuisine reigns supreme?
Holy shit.
Ron Siegel wins it.
So Sakai lost 3 lobster battles in a row. So that's 2. Did they show the score?
Congratulating and applauding the man who has scored a tremendous win here. We'll long remember this one. Siegel stopping Sakai's winning streak at 6. All right, we've got to check these scores.
Yeah, it shows the score. That's 4 drinks. Jesus, he handily beat him.
Kato 18-17 the challenger. Hosoki 19-18 the challenger. Incredible, a sweep. Willie Brown's going to have to give him the keys to the city. The mayor's confidence was well placed. Ron Siegel, from your performance today, your name will live on in Kitchen Stadium forever.
In my opinion, the soup was the key. Ron's soup was better than the Iron Chef's. Ron's soup was really perfected. Wonderful. That spoke of his entire career. Of course, the Iron Chef has a glorious one himself, but that soup for sure was what really scored.
I wonder if he liked the soup.
Approaches using everything he had. He materialized his ideas very well. And not only related to taste, I was also impressed with the combination of all the elements that he used.
Ron's approaches to the cooking were so masculine and very bold, and yet his presentation was sophisticated and elegant. And that is what impressed me a lot.
And a jubilant Ron Siegel sits down with reporters from both countries.
Wow. This is like extra.
Very happy, we fought very hard, and I was very glad to have beaten Mr. Sakai, and I just feel really glad that I beat him, and it was a very emotional time, and I look forward to beating him, either him again or another one of them.
Well, there we are, folks. Wow. And that, everyone, is Iron Chef. Yeah, if I had, if you know a good SIP trunk provider, I'd love to hear suggestions, because Twilio hit me with some more regulatory paperwork that I'm not willing to fill out. So, otherwise I'd take some calls or something. I don't know. But, such is life. Aloha, everyone. Thank you very much for tuning in if you did. If you didn't, I hope you have a good Friday night or Saturday morning or whatever the thing stuff. All right. Deuces.